Take 1 pound of America's love of eating, combine it with 2 pounds of traditional board games, add half a cup of insult and a pinch of ignorance, and you get the incredibly weird 1978 game Fat Chance by Milton Bradley. Welcome to Game On. Perhaps we can learn more about Milton Bradley and the game Fat Chance if we peer into the Book of Games. In the 1860s, Milton Bradley designed and marketed the checkered game of life. It was a desperate attempt to earn money after his failed printing of presidential nominee Abraham Lincoln without his soon-to-be famous beard. The game was a large success, and with the end of the Civil War and an increase in middle-class leisure time, Milton Bradley board games like Candyland, Easy Money, Battleship, and the Game of Life became a staple in every American home. Personally, I feel Milton Bradley games tend to be more creative than their main competitor, Parker Brothers, and Fat Chance is a good example of this. Despite the fact that the game seems to relish in overeating and making fun of overweight players, the object of the game is to be the person who actually eats the least. To set up, shuffle all the Fat Chance cards and place them face down. Choose a side of the board that will be your junk food stores. Then pick the color of the fat man that matches your stores and place him on the left corner of your side. If 2 players play, just pick 2 sides, and 1 fat man can represent the stores on both sides for each player. If 3 players play, just leave 1 side vacant. Once sides are established, each player rolls the die to determine how many junk food pounds from the fridge they can place on their respective stores/spaces. Once the board has been established, roll to see who goes first and move in a clockwise direction. Landing on an opponent's store forces you to add on the pounds of that space. Landing on your own space, your own store, allows you to roll the die and add that matching number of pounds to that space only. Fat Chance cards can also add pounds to your space. Cards can also tell you to go to another space or store on the board. The interesting thing about Fat Chance cards is they can be played by the person who drew the card or passed to an opponent. When a player lands on the scale/steam bath square, they have a choice of either going to the steam bath to lose a few pounds with a roll of the die, or challenging another player to a weigh-in, or what we liked to call a fatty face-off. Fatty face-off is a game on copyright 2016. At a fatty face-off, the fat men are weighed, or if your scale is broken, like ours was, their pounds are counted. The heavier fat man loses. Pounds are removed and placed off-board in the possession of that player. The player with the least amount of pounds in their possession at the end of the game is the winner. A couple things to remember: you can also challenge another player to a fatty face-off if you both land on the same space. Also, we played until the fridge was empty of pounds, but technically you're supposed to play until 1 store holds all visible pounds in play. This is done by restocking your spaces from an opponent's space once the fridge is empty. Design gets an 8. It's funky 70s fun, and play gets an 8. It's inappropriate. It's offensive. It's the dumbest thing ever. So, if you don't take it too seriously, it's kind of a blast. Overall, a solid 8. Thanks for watching, and may you always be the thinnest fat man at your game table. If you liked this video, we do have others, so feel free to subscribe. We also have a Facebook page that offers up board game news, as well as pictures and instructions to the games that we reviewed, and a Pinterest page where you can find literally hundreds of different games organized for your viewing pleasure. You can access both sites through our YouTube page.